Hello, it's Darren from Country Plant Fayre. Just putting this video together. I'm in the greenhouse today. It's a bit wet and damp. It's Monday the 18th of May. Wet and damp. What was planned for me in the garden today has gone out the window. I was going to cut the grass. It's too wet. So I'm here making this video for Country Plant Fayre, and the video is all about where the money comes from the plant fair for Prickles and Paws Hedgehog Rescue Centre in Newquay. So as many of you will now be aware that we've put the grand total out of what we raised for Prickles and Paws, which was over £1,500, and obviously Prickles and Paws has put a post up as well on Sunday, say that they took over £900 on their stall as well. So that's great news. So plant fairs in general, plant fairs which are either charity registered or doing it for charity. So we are one of those plant fairs where we're doing it for charity, and Prickles and Paws is a registered charity. So if you go to our website, which is claycountryplantfayre.co.uk, and you go to the page which is the fair, and if you look at the last article on that page, it will tell you how we raised the funds for Prickles and Paws. Also, I did make a video and put it up onto our Facebook page on the 3rd of May, and not too far into that video it tells us how money is raised for Prickles and Paws as well. So the information is out there. There's no secrecy. We are honest and upfront with everything we do. So let's just take a quick look at other structures of other plant fairs. So for instance, the wonderful Cornwall Garden Society show, which is at Royal Cornwall Show, normally in April time. They're a registered charity, and what they do with their funds, so their funds comes from, their money raised comes from, mainly from their pitch holder fees, and then that goes into their charity. And then what happens with that pitch holders fees, the charity then will obviously do things like student bursaries, research into horticulture and agriculture, and also things like community education for things such as horticulture as well. So at no point do all the stall holders at the Cornwall Garden Society show actually say, we're going to take all our takings and we're going to give it to the charity. It is the pitch holders fees which actually gets the money for the charity. Chagrin Rare Plant Fair, another fantastic local plant fair coming up soon. Actually, it's the end of May. If you haven't been, it's a very good plant fair, and that one is not a registered charity, but the money that goes to Mariah Carey, which is the obviously cancer charity, that money just comes from their teas, coffees and cakes that they actually sell on the day. So no pitch holders actually give all their money at the end of the day to the charity. I'm just going to discuss with you slightly about what Tracy and I put into this as well. Financially, we put money into Country Plant Fayre as well, in the form of, for instance, we've done over 400 miles in relation to Country Plant Fayre. That would be things like collecting things for the cafe, cakes, pasties. That would also be putting up banners right the way through mid Cornwall, putting up 100 posters right the way through mid Cornwall, all the way as far out as Newquay and Truro, and you know, we're Penwithicks and Alston, and going the other way as far as Lostwithiel and everywhere in between, including the Roseland and including places like Mevagissey. On top of that, as well as funding that fuel ourselves, it doesn't come out of any Country Plant Fayre bank account. The Country Plant Fayre bank account is an organisation bank account, but you cannot get an organisation bank account anymore without paying a bank fee. Our bank fee is £4.75 per month for 12 months of the year. So we've also purchased things ourselves to actually benefit Country Plant Fayre out of my and Tracy's pockets. And that's things like bunting, which you may have saw on the stage to ensure that people didn't fall off the front of the stage, and also things like cake tins and containers for the kitchen, and yeah, lots of other touches. Paper, you know, we have to, we print a lot of contracts, we print a lot of paperwork, and obviously ink cartridges we pay for ourselves as well. It all comes out of our own money. So Clay Country Plant Fayre, we're the Prickles and Paws money. Prickles and Paws, we're open and honest about where the money comes from and how much they can get. So the reality is that, you know, it is very much like the other plant fairs I've mentioned. It is very much the pitch holders' fees, yeah, go to Prickles and Paws. All the food in the cafe, we tend to try and get as much of that donated as possible. So there's little cost outlay with that. And then, so all the money from the cafe will go to Prickles and Paws. The raffle on the day, the prizes, as well as the stall holders actually being contracted to pay their pitch fee to be there on the day, they also, in the contract, they have to provide a raffle prize, a plant or an item that they make for the Prickles and Paws raffle that we do on the day. Then you've got the bookstall. The bookstall, those books have been donated by one or two people. I won't mention one here and embarrass them, but we are very grateful for the books that they've given us over the last couple of years, and that bookstall money all goes to Prickles and Paws as well. Previously, we had a tombola last year. We didn't do the tombola this year because there was a demand for more pitches, for more stall holders. So you may realise that from our Facebook page, we've done some auctions leading up to Clay Country Plant Fayre, which helps fund us as well to actually put the event on, because the event is not cheap to put on. The hall is, we have to book it for 2 days because what we found in the first year when we were at Roach Victory Hall, it was chaotic on a Sunday morning. Stall holders weren't quite ready for when we started, and we weren't ready either as an organisation. Because it was just too manic. So we have to book the hall now for 2 days, which means 2 days worth of hall fees to enable us to ensure that all stall holders inside have the possibility to set up the day before, to ensure that this plant fair runs smoothly on the Sunday. So also we gained sponsorship from British Lithium, but we're very, very grateful for them to sponsor us again for the second year. But because British Lithium has put their project on hold because of they're looking for other backers, it meant that we had a reduced amount of funding coming from British Lithium, but still very much appreciative of that small little payment that they gave us this year. What will happen with sponsorship next year, we don't know at this point. So I guess the reality is that because the pitch holders pay their fees and because the pitch holders have the raffle prizes that they provide as well, if we ask the stall holders, some of them are professional growers and makers and some are semi-professional growers and makers. If we ask them to go, at the end of the day, we'd like you to do all your money that you've taken on your stall, would like to have it for Prickles and Paws, we would not have any stall holders. Their businesses, they're looking to make money themselves. So it is not possible, as with the Cornwall Garden Society, as in Tregrain, as in any other plant fair in the county of Cornwall, this is how it works. If you're still with me after 8 minutes of me rambling on, but I thought it was better that I actually come out and say what the situation is, and the situation is no different to any other plant fair. And Prickles and Paws is aware of what we do, and also obviously, you know, as an organisation, we are what you'd call honest, I guess, honest, hardworking. We work on this for 10 months of the year. This isn't put together in a month. We'll start working, we're still working on Clay Country Plant Fayre now. Tracy over the weekend has been putting out emails to all the stall holders and all the businesses that supported us as well with things for the cafe and different items that we got from people like Pengelly Nursery and people like Bodmin Nursery. All these people have helped donate things to our cause. So those emails have been going out, but the emails won't stop yet because we've still got lots of thank you emails to go out, and we're still obviously negotiating with the hall for next year. It looks like we can secure a date that we want, we can, but we're not under contract yet, so we cannot say anything about a date for next year yet. So as I said at the beginning, or nearly the beginning, this information is on our website on the page which says the fair. And I also made a video on the 3rd of May. We always do this once a year, at least, saying where the funds are coming from and where the funds are going to, as in Prickles and Paws. Thank you for all your support that you've all showed us over the last 3 years. Some stallholders have been with us for the 3 years. Some have been first year stallholders this year, and some people have came to the plant fair this year for the first time. Hope you enjoyed it. Want to see you back next year. Those that have been with us for 3 years, come into the plant fair. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.